What's up, guys? Nate here.
Lester.
We are back with part 2 of our flashback. Is that what we're calling it?
I guess so.
Come up with. Lester and I here, children of the 90s. We grew up with the Nintendo, but its predecessor, the Super Nintendo. So I got it at an age where I could still remember a lot more. The Nintendo, I was young. I didn't know. But with the Super Nintendo,
it's like nothing faced. Now you're playing with power, superpower.
Holy moly! I got that 1993. Holy!
It made your eyes bleed. It was that cool.
Mind blown. The Super Nintendo
man.
was an awesome system. Super Famicom in Japan, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't have any stats on the Super Nintendo. You can look that up somewhere else.
You didn't even need to blow into the cartridge. You just put it in and it worked right away.
Gray and purple design. I liked it a lot.
Oh.
You know, the overall design of the controller is still one of the best controllers ever.
The perfect controller. You cannot complain. No. It still works.
One of the best consoles ever, in my opinion, to ever come out.
Quality of the games. Like Super Mario World, the pack-in, there was really no point of getting any other games.
You got that for stock on the Super Nintendo. When you bought a Super Nintendo, you got that included. Yeah.
The map was bigger.
This is Mario 3. Like, to the extreme, it was amazing. You got to play with Yoshi.
You got Yoshi.
He swallows your enemies and it spits them out as fireballs.
Yeah. That's if you got the red one.
And there was so much replay value because you could beat a stage and then you uncover like the yellow block and then you can go back to the stage you just beat and like find something else or beat the stage in a different way.
Yeah. Get those Yoshi coins. Those were annoying.
Awesome enemies in that game. You get that ghost guy that would like, if you turn around, he would stop. But when you turn your back to him, he get closer to you. Oh, they got that Mode 7 scaling where you got the huge Bowser, what is it, his smiley face chariot?
The best racing game ever made.
Ever. Forget Gran Turismo.
Yes.
Mario Kart was wicked.
Like, who would have thought, like, the important Nintendo characters battling out on a kart circuit? Like,
it was awesome.
Who would have thought that?
Gameplay was great.
The stages were well thought out of. Not like all these new Mario Kart games where it's like
too much,
one weapon can kill the whole game and it's just like, what the hell?
I think it was probably the best. Again, the pinnacle of Mario Kart.
There was a good, you know, couple of years from like 92 to 94 where they had just like straight classics. You got like Super Metroid, Super Castlevania 4, Contra 3, like Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, yeah.
That was the only reason to own a Super Nintendo.
You have made me a happy man.
Next, I'll make you a dead one.
Yeah. The reason Street Fighter would be it. Port from the arcade. You were like, whoa, you can play it for free now.
Yeah, your lunch money's not going to the arcade anymore.
So popular they recreated the game like 3 times. Slow Fireball. I hate Slow Fireball. Throws.
Master of Throws. I should just have that on my shirt.
Master of Throws. Whole debate, remember, growing up? Oh, Sega was better. No, Super Nintendo was better. You got the debate. My cousin's main thing? Mortal Kombat has blood.
Yeah. Oh,
Super Nintendo doesn't have blood.
Like Kano pulled something out, but it wasn't a heart.
It's like,
it was like a rock.
Yeah.
I'll take your rock. Thanks for your rock fatality. Okay.
Your chest rock.
The graphics were good for Mortal Kombat.
Oh, they're great.
They're exactly like the arcade almost, but it's not Mortal Kombat without the blood. What the hell were you thinking, Nintendo?
The game I think really shined and showed the power of the Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Country. That game, I remember GamePro was saying, Donkey Kong Country puts 32-bit consoles to shame.
I don't know, thinking about back on it now, I don't know, I wasn't too impressed, to be honest with you. Me, honestly, I wasn't impressed. I was all like,
fighting words, no, Lester.
It was cool, I played the whole game. I think I was spoiled because by the time Donkey Kong Country came out, the whole PlayStation came out, I ended up getting a PlayStation as soon as that got released.
When I had Donkey Kong Country every Saturday morning, me and my sister, we'd play the game. Basically, she'd watch me play. You know, B-A-R-R-A-L.
Yeah.
We had a barrel of laugh. Peripherals. Did you use any of the peripherals on the Super Nintendo?
The controller was perfect already. Oh, wait! Mario Paint.
Oh yeah, Mario Paint.
Mario Paint was probably the most creative game on that system because you could actually do animations with it. I spent hours and hours doing animations, and you can do music with the little, you know, the mushroom, the dogs, and you do like, you know, it's like doot doot or for you YouTube geeks. Like, there's an actual community of Mario Paint music makers.
They're really good though.
Yeah, they're really good. They sound exactly like the songs. Like,
they do Punch-Out theme.
Yeah.
What about the Super Scope? I was never a fan of the Super Scope. Never used it much.
It wasn't reliable at all. I remember trying it for the first time. Trying to shoot Battle Clash. Battle Clash was a game. I remember now. With the robots and everything, they'd be scrolling through the screen. You're like pointing at the screen and you're shooting. It wouldn't even
using
go.
the little
Register.
scope. Nope. I had trouble with it.
Who has batteries when you're young? Seriously.
I had 3 friends with the Super Scope. All of them, they lost the battery cover.
Oh.
So you couldn't even play it. Once you lost that battery cover, hold the thing over your shoulder shooting, batteries are falling.
You gotta tape it up.
It was so ghetto. All can't not talk about Super Nintendo and not mention this before we go. Final Fantasy 2. R4 in Japan, but 2. I love Final Fantasy 2. Really, it was my first RPG on the Super Nintendo, but I think it was better than Final Fantasy 3.
So I love the story too.
It's an amazing story. The twin moon, huge scope, great cast of characters. You lost them just at the right time because then you would get a new character to join your party. The transformation from the Dark Knight of Baron to Cecil was an amazing story. I loved it. Loved it to the end. It had that glitch in there where you could double up any sword.
Yeah.
That was kind of cheap. When I didn't beat the game with that. The first time I beat the game was legit. After I found out about that, I can't beat the game now without doing it. You had the spoon. There was so much secrets in that game. The spoon, yeah, the rat tail, and you get the special legendary sword. But if you're on the moon and you get a pink tail, you can actually go back to that blacksmith and he'll make you adamant armor, which is like the strongest armor in the game.
Yeah.
But the odds of getting it, even getting to fight those pink puffs that give it to you, are like 1 in a million. But for them to actually drop the tail is another 1 in a billion shot. And I'd still, to this day, I'm going and I'm playing it on the Super Nintendo. I saved just before that spot. Going all over that little room. I go to that one corner everyone says to go to. Haven't found that tail yet.
That should be a new YouTube video. Let's
Quest for the tail.
Quest for the tail.
Have 2 copies of Final Fantasy 2. Awesome game. Have it complete with the maps.
Tons of hours on that game. Tons.
Well, the Super Nintendo itself, you had tons of hours on.
Too many.
Great,
Like,
great
no
console.
life. Out of all the systems I've owned, I still have my Super Nintendo. I've never gotten rid of it. We still have the original Super Nintendo we got. So,
and it works better than my Nintendo does. That's for damn sure.
yeah.
Didn't have to replace the 72-pin connector.
You don't have to blow into it.
Oh man. If I had to rate the Super Nintendo, I would give it an 11.
Yeah, I'd give it a 12, or not 12. I'd give it an 11 too.
This keeps going up and
11,
up.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That's the Thriftdweller's official take on the Super Nintendo. Thank you guys very much for watching. We love to hear from you. Leave a comment. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Subscribe. As for now, peace.
Later.